So, I'm in this wheelchair. They tried to use a Black Lives Matter scam, and people have explained to me what a Black Lives Matter scam is. It involves when a person says they're a police officer, or when a person is a crooked police officer, or when a person says they're part of a fraternal order. Sometimes they claim to be brothers, or people claim to be sisters, and when they abuse a person, murder a person, or kill a person, and then a family claims that it was our family member and all of this and that, and it was wrong or whatever, and they want justice and stuff. And when people try to write books and stuff like that, they say it's a scam. Don't trust it. So, I have a marriage license. And they say that, people did fraud using the marriage license. When I was in jail in 2015, August 9th, I was there the rest of the year of 2015. From August 9th to the year of 2017. So that means I was there all of August 9th, the rest of the year, all of 2016, the whole year. And I was there in 2017 and didn't get out until February of 2017. If I was in jail from August 9th of 2015, and I was there until the year of 2017 in the month of February, there's no way if I was in jail in August for me to have cashed a check in September of 2015 or October of 2015. And the Social Security office told me on the phone that someone cashed a check in September or August of 2015 claiming that they were a Brandon. So when I called the family court and I told them about the children and about the crimes that people were doing, they said the mom should go to court, or the person claiming to be April Williams should go to court, because since someone used the name April Williams and said that someone else is her husband, in 2015, when another person said that he was a Brandon in September of 2015, when another person said he was a Brandon in October of 2015, when they signed those checks and cashed those checks, and he claimed that he was a Brandon, the same name that the family court says is the dad of the children, they said it's child abuse, check fraud, and they said it's possibly part of the attempted murder, the Black Lives Matter scam, where they wanted me to die, at a church in Birmingham and all of that. Because they said it's called targeting. They wanted you to fight a police officer so they can say they thought it was their gun or their taser or something. And then those people, the other guy would claim, and they said they was going to share the money with the police officers because they didn't get paid enough money. And that since the girl was already dating police officers anyway, and since she was already with another guy that said he was a Brandon and said he was the dad, because it was like, if a family court said a Brandon is the dad of children, there's no way for you to say you're a Brandon without claiming you're the dad of the children. So it was like, that's child abuse when they did that. Because when the children don't know who their dad is, because when they say, well, if a Brandon is their dad, then who was that guy in 2015, in September and in October, saying that he was the dad, saying that he was a Brandon? And who was that girl with those police officers saying that the other guy is a Brandon, saying that the other guy can have his chick and have his money. It was like, those are crimes. So when I was in jail, the people in jail, they had told me, they was like, oh, they looked at the pictures that I had, because I had pictures of the family, Hi, family. And they said they saw a girl who looks like her. And she was using the name April Williams, and she was with police officers, and she be tricking and setting people up, And so they was like, are those your children? Are those your wife's children? Or are they part of her gang and her group, the identity theft people? Whether they call themselves doppelgangers or identity theft or check fraud, whatever it is. They said people use the name. Some people did use the name April Williams, or Brandon Johnson, Yatrell Johnson, Lord Gerald Johnson, and Trinity Johnson, and they did crimes and tried to make me be a Black Lives Matter scam. There's not supposed to be any book. I'm not some crazy book writer, or any of that stuff. I'm not their God and stuff like that. I was never going to claim to be a pastor or some magic person or any of that stuff. So if there's a person that wanted to write a book and wanted to claim some magic stuff, and if there's a person that wanted to say that they were his family or whatever and wanted to claim, that they love me or that they care about me, if they were not telling the truth that it was all a Black Lives Matter scam, I wouldn't trust it. So, if something ever happened to me, they was like, you would know the people who was guilty, because whoever wanted to write a book about his life would be the person that they know is guilty. Their business, their company, and anyone who they're linked in with or associated with, whether it was a church, a publishing company, or a book club, or whatever. Because it was not my idea. Something someone else set up, that way. And it was like the same way a person pretended to be April Williams, or a person pretended to be your wife, because at this point, you don't even know if that was her actual name, if it was a scam, because you don't know if they've been setting this up since 2004 or before 2004, or with the children. Since there's a problem with the different identities and people stealing identities, I was told not to go to the family court and that the mom should come in, because they were saying that, I wouldn't want to go to court claiming someone else's children if it was identity theft and they were really not my children and they were pretending to be my children just to collect a life insurance check, and said if he go down there, they gonna beat him up and they gonna kill him, and then they gonna say they his children, and she gonna say she his wife, and then she gonna collect the insurance money and share it with her family and her fraternal order and her crooked police friends. So, they said that's what they did on November 29th. Because they was like, why weren't the children there with you? Why wasn't the girl claiming to be April Williams there with you? Was you supposed to die that day? Was they gonna cry on camera and say Black Lives Matter and the children march and try to collect the life insurance check money and Cadillacs and cars? No. So it was like, you have to understand. So I'm not blaming my children and I'm not blaming my wife. It's those people who false claimed to be my children and false claimed to be my wife. They tried to set it up.